Alrighty, can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? Got my microphone being weird. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. Who we got here? Farside Unearthed. Rap, Josh, Kyle, Alfred, Ziggy. Welcome, one and all. Deadman, Slush. Rosa, good to see you. All right. Okay, I've got the camera just focused on me while everything's loading up in the background. Doki Doki Literature Club. Whatever. Okay. My name is Murphy. Welcome to the Black Beanie stream. Today we are playing something I have literally never heard of at all until all of you wonderful beings decided to introduce it to me. Now, the game looks innocent enough. However, at multiple times, like even on the Steam page and when I downloaded it and it's loading up right now, it says this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. It could be tongue-in-cheek about the whole thing. It could be kidding. It could be doing anything, but I'd rather not take any chances. So just be warned that some mature content could be coming in the stream ahead. That's not an issue for me, but it may be for some of you all. So just bear that in mind as we continue from here on out. Either way, everything's just loading up now. Yeah, it's got a... I know you can't see it, but it's got a warning for those suffering from anxiety or depression. That's interesting. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Like, look at this. It's got a content warning. What is this game? What are you making me play? All right, I agree. Okay, I just gotta fiddle with some Team Salvato. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Okay, I just gotta fiddle with some settings real fast. Put it onto full screen. Turn the music volume down just a little bit. Text speed, let's turn that up, I guess. Okay. Now, while we're still at the top of the stream here, I need to remind everyone that we have our build-off starting tomorrow. Your goal is to build a castle and submit a big picture of it in the Discord by Sunday night. It's gonna be awesome. A famous castle from history or from literature, it doesn't matter. Just a big freaking castle, really anything you want, to be entirely honest. It just has to be based on something. It can't be something from your own imagination. There may be prizes, there may not be. It depends on how many people actually join in on the fun. If we get around 10 or so people, then we'll do like a first, second, third place type thing. But if we only get like 4 or 5, then maybe just a first place. Either way, Minecraft Community Build-Off starts this weekend, lasts through Sunday. Voting is on Monday, and the winner will be announced Tuesday morning. It's all running through the Discord. Please follow the link in the description of this video. It will take you right to the Build-Off topic page on the Discord. Excuse me. Doge Plays, hello. Scrut, welcome. Complete the cutscene. This is a Rick and Morty reference? Don't understand. Okay. Alright, so just a heads up, I'm not going to be interacting too much with the chat today because from what I understand, this is a narrative-based game. It is a visual novel. So from time to time, I may look over to read, but at the end of the day, like I'm going to be focusing mainly on the game. Just as a heads up, just like we did with Halo. Let's start a new game. Please enter my name. Bean? Ooh. B for Bean. B is for Bean. Does this game have girls to simp to? What are you guys getting me into? What are you guys getting me into? Question mark says, hey! Do I just... I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance. Should I pretend to... Should I adopt a voice for this playthrough here. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children, but she's annoying. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. God damn it. What is this? Okay. You overslept again. I'm so sorry, Sayori. But I caught you this time. Bean, my name is Bean. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's Mean Bean. That's our name, guys. Mean Bean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I did. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hehehe. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Bean, that's me. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. Is there something that can read this for you? You can confirm this is a horror game? For real? Dude, I'm sorry, guys. The arm mount on my microphone is being stupid. I think I might have stripped the screw that keeps it in place. Anyway, do we know that we can, do they have... Can someone, like, read this for me? Are there voices in this game, or... I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. The fuck? What is a NEET? In a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right, all right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Jesus. Really high opinion of women here this guy has. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. There's none there. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. No choice. No choice at all. Webcam, Ultra HD filtered microphone, and good recording quality. Okay. I upgraded my equipment. Sort of. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Should I even keep my... If I'm gonna be playing it like this, just reciting everything, should I even keep my, my picture up on the screen? Should I get rid of my webcam so it's just the voice? What do you guys think? Yes? No? No. No. Keep the webcam. Okay. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Let me move on. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah! There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, rude, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out beforehand. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Bean, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Bean. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Bean. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me, or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, you made them, or hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wah? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cat ears. The whiskers drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation, like I do all women. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Oh no, that was me. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could barely be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we all do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Bean, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half-jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. I need some water. God damn. Welcome, George. I'm blowing my voice out. Narrating Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't want you guys to have to, like, actually read this. Back to it, then. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Story with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a lot of horror, or I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Hee, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles out behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Huh, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Bean? What am I doing? Oh God, Dayton, I don't know. They're making me play this, and I'm actually having a lot of fun. This is so stupid, but I'm loving the hell out of it. The only thing I regret is actually like reading it, because it's kind of hurting my throat. Switching back and forth between the voices. Should I keep doing that though? Should I keep reading the voices like this? It's kind of fun. Okay, cool. I can keep doing it, sure. All right, let me just try and... Okay, I'm really terrible with names. You guys should know this, how often, like, every time you guys... This is fine so far. Thank you, Slushy. I'm terrible with names, so let's see. This is Natsuki, this is Monika, Yuri, Sayori. Sayori, Yuri, Monika, Natsuki. Okay. Need something hot to drink. Open up my airways. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. You need to beat the game by deleting a file? Huh? I don't even know what you're talking about. So, I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, humph. Bean? You all? I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful... girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Bean, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Bean, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! This game makes you feel super uncomfortable. Is this an NC-17 game? I really hope not. Dayton, I know nothing about this game, but these guys have been begging me to play it. I'm playing it. It had a warning at the beginning that there's some disturbing content, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. But apparently, like, the game said that if you're over 13, you're good. So I'm assuming like PG-13, pushing it a little type thing. Hopefully it stays in that realm. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yeah, NC-17 means like, you know, like X-rated, like porno. Nobody listens to the one. It's like reading the terms and conditions. It's time to write a poem. Just so you guys know, like, I actually graduated school with a degree in literature, so I don't really sympathize with the character Bean, but we're gonna do what we gotta do. Sunset. Ooh, vivacious. Hopeless bed, prayer flower, anger bunny, loud as flower. Unrestrained and vivacious are probably good bedmates. Judgment, party, philosophy, unending, agonizing, Valentine, sweet, precious, friends, secretive, precious. Pink, hope, time, pleasure, cheeks, journey, ambient, clouds, disoriented, music. Milk, happiness, covet, promise, love, unstable, extreme, tenacious, insight. Candy, comfort, kawaii, fireflies, blanket, kiss, special, flying, imagination. Crimson, smile, marshmallow. Ooh, I had s'mores like last week. It was really good. Play, hair, ocean, inferno. Skirt, vertigo, wrath, melancholy, nature, contamination, holiday, heaven sent, uncontrollable. Variance, portrait, entropy. Pain, kitty, meeker. Desire, vibrant, infallible, eternity. Bliss, tears, horror, essence, raindrops, incongruent, fester, atone, calm. Sugar, passion, vanilla, playground, universal, lollipop, melody, breath, massacre, anxiety. Disarray, explode, poof, vivid. Seaside, strawberry, waterfall, sadness, broken, captive, empty, fluffy, lipstick, childhood. Clumsy, silly, bouncy, romance, cage, spinning, give, dance, flutes. Lone, shopping, aura. Dream, games, amazing, sensation, nightgown, skipping, uncanny, beauty. Good. We'll try that. Say bacon? What should you build after Burj Khalifa, the Twin Towers or the Petronas Twin Towers? Try the Petronas ones. I haven't seen that done many times. Don't overthink this, lol. Some devil made a meme with 2 PS5s and a plane. Oh boy. Macaroni and bacon? Ugh. Bacon! Alright, let's get back into it. Hi again, Bean. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Bean. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in our club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Bean always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Why is he spending time in a room? And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Bean can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want me to. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read, and we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Well, she was drawn that way, so... She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, You can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are already having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Aha, good thinking! Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the events itself. Ooh. Rosa joined! Ooh! Rosa needs OG Bean status, is that what we're saying? Vincenzo Proking. Okay, hold on everybody. We are adding... I gotta get through like 15 different notifications here. Okay, so Rosa, you're on Discord, correct? Have you posted anywhere in there? Could you post for me, please? Just in like in the Beantown channel would be fine. Oh, she already has a OG Bean status? Oh, never mind. Never mind, my bad. Sorry. Ugh. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Low res. Ooh-ah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. Okay. We're still going. That's what we're doing. We're going. Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime. You're gonna have less time for anime, young man. You best believe that. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. She didn't. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hee. It's what I do. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself? You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. God. Why is the main character such a dick? Like, Jesus Christ. I can't even believe you. Passing judgment on your life. Everything you do is wrong. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either, and there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. I did. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend? Jesus, rude. Eh? That's super mean. Damn straight. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'm a nice guy. I'm not like all other men. Jesus. Tales from the basement of an incel bottom feeder. I start to button her blazer up from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. My opinion is what matters most. Oh my. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? Ah, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. God. It's meant to be satire, though. I'm gathering that. Ugh. The fuck? Okay. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. What is happening? Oh god. The main guy is like 10 feet tall. Okay. Slowly. Serious question. Is there nudity in this game? I can get in trouble as a content creator for showing nudity in a game. Just so you know. Okay. All right. Good. Nope.Abby. Okay. No, it's like, I don't care if it's all like this. It could be all like this and I'll keep playing to be a good sport, but it's like, I just need to make sure that there's nothing that I can get in trouble for in this game. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Ah. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ooh, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Your logic. And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Bean, I can't wait to read yours. Yes, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. What are we doing, Natsuki's first? Who should we do first? Sound off! Joshua says Natsuki. I'm going with Natsuki. Sayori? Ooh. Natsuki Cuffy? Natsuki it is. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Okay. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But it's not the point. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yes, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. That's like Hemingway, guys. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decide to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let's just go in order. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Bean. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Bean poem. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look, Slash, I'm trying to make different voices for the different characters. It's a Bean poem. Goya, Goya on the wall. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Bean. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thank you, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yes. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. If it came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yes. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me. Hee. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Yuri! Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yes. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? It's okay, Ethan. Oh, love it. He just stops by for 2 seconds. Yeah, no. Well, never mind. Over 5 a break? I shouldn't be talking about people like that, sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem, even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easier to digest, I suppose. But you're into ghosts, Yuri. Hoo-hoo? Hoo-hoo? What does that mean? What does hoo-hoo mean? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Bean. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance at it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Monica! Hi, Bean. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring these things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. He says, stop the insanity. Oh, God, I love it. This is insanity. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous, but it's fun. I hate it, but it's fun. Oh, God. What did you guys get me into? What is this? What am I doing? I am narrating. Hydration time! I have no water. Let me finish this part of the story. Let me finish this part of the story, and then I'll go get myself a glass of water. Maybe heat up my coffee a little bit, get something warm on my throat. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ha ha ha! Don't worry, Bean. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yes, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sorts of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually quite different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, it sounds like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing is kind of gentle, has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's a long one. Hole in wall. It could have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. A-hole.
So what did you think?
It's very free-form, if that's what you'd call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Ooh, few is right. Okay. Jones, barbecue and foot massage. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. How long has it been? Been about an hour? Okay, it's been about an hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick break. Yeah, I guess you guys, I need a break too. God, you aren't the one. I might take up the full 15 minutes for this one. But yeah, I'll be back in a bit, guys. This is gonna get wacky. I've got a feeling this is gonna get wacky. I don't even know what to think about what's happening right now. So silly. All right, guys, I'll see you in about 15 minutes, okay? I'll be right back. You guys are talking about me upgrading my equipment, and I'm sitting here like, man, I've had this equipment for over a year. I need to upgrade it. Settings. Anyways, yes. I am back. Oh, let's take a second before we keep going, though. I'll go ahead and put the game up just so you guys know I'm not actually exiting out of it or anything. How's everybody doing? Petition to make this soundtrack the Black Beanie anthem. I've been thinking about that, actually, about, what is it, making a new intro to my, recorded videos. I mean, you guys know I've got the, what is it? Let's see. I've got this one right here. If I can find it. And that's that. I made that a while ago. Ready to build your castle tomorrow? Yeah! Look every day in the game files? Wait, how do you mean look every day in the game files? Like go to where it's saved? I like the intro too. I mean, I made the logo and the banner image like 2 years ago. Back when I started the channel. So everything but honestly nothing. Welcome back, my friend. Yeah, tell me what's going on with all of your lives. Give me a second to get back into doing this. Know exactly how I made the logo. Really? Which images? Wait, are you talking about my banner image or the beanie with the the headphones on? Oh, okay, I got you. I would say the game images, I took those myself. Like I went into the games and I took them. Screenshots. And yeah, I mean the beanie headphones and all that stuff. Finished with your building, the Supreme Court? But yeah, the logo for my channel, like the way I arranged it and everything, like I paid to use the stuff to get that made. So like it belongs to me. Which is why, like, I think it was a while ago, I can't remember who it was who made that fake Instagram account with my logo and everything on it. I was like, yo, like, that's mine. That's like literally mine. I made that. Look, right now, look in the real life game files. Yeah, there you go, Dayton. Cool. Don't forget to share in the Discord. Of course, you're probably already on your way to do that. Copywritten. No, it's intellectual property. So, like, copyright laws are finicky. They're really, really, really finicky. And if you ever decide to use certain things in a public space and claim ownership of it, you got to be careful. You don't have to do as much homework as you think you have to do, but you do have to be aware of usage rights. Yeah, Slush, you said that you're not going to be here on Saturday or Sunday. See, I feel like I need to address that actually. So like if people want to participate in the build off, but they're not going to be able to like actually work on this stuff over the weekend, like just reach out to me and like explain to me what's going on while the channel's still small enough for people to do that, obviously. Just reach out to me on like Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. Like send me a DM, just be like, yo, so I really want to participate, but I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Can I make it early? And then, you know, I'll just submit it earlier or whatever. Like, yeah, go ahead. Everyone says this is a horror game. How does this turn into a horror game? Like something's like, there's got to be some kind of turn or something like that that's gonna go crazy. Yeah. Anyways, back to like copyright stuff. Yeah, like I'll be fairly lenient. It's just like there will be no submissions after Sunday. Like it's closed after Sunday. Spoopy. Cool. I hate horror games though, guys. Like they're just there's a difference between suspense and like horror. And I feel like horror is an aesthetic and suspense is something you feel. And I can feel suspense in a game that is not a horror game, while I can play a horror game that is so utterly boring that I just can't enjoy it. Like, you're looking at someone who played, like, back in, like, 2012, like, when, you know, Slender Man and Amnesia and all that shit was, like, really popular. Like, I played it, it's boring. It's just, like, there's a mechanic. Just do the mechanic. Like, play the game according to that mechanic, and you win, and you're done. Like with Slender Man, just find the pages and you're done. You know? Outlast, maybe. Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 is one of the best horror games, if not the best horror game ever made. That game is so psychologically intense, and just the fog of that town, the things that you hear and you see, the sound design for a game that came out in like what, 2004, 2005? Like, no, before that. It's older than that. Look in the last day in the game files. Okay, I'll be sure to do that. Pokemon Go. Yeah, no, Silent Hill 2 is perfection. It's so good. But like, I enjoy games that have like a horror aesthetic, but it's just, I don't like games with like Five Nights at Freddy's, where the sole purpose is boo, and you're like, ooh, I got spookied, and then it's just like, that's the whole game. Like, you can argue about like anything from jump scares to ludonarrative dissonance, and I think all of that can apply to how horror games are made. But ooh, I never played Silent Hill 4. I stopped after I played 1 and 2. That's it. It's like with like Metal Gear, like I stopped playing after Snake Eater. Like, cuz I didn't get a PS3 until like 2010, so I wasn't able to play Guns of Liberty, Guns of the Patriots, something like that. I can't remember. I tried playing 5, and even though I love Kiefer Sutherland as Big Boss, I'm just kind of like this game just feels dumb. It was fun, but it was dumb. Yes, you're right. Okay. How now, brown cow? All right, let's do it. Containment breach live stream. I still need to play Papers, Please for you, Rosa. You just gotta let me know when you're actually gonna be there for me to play it. Yeah, I don't believe in ghosts or any of that stuff, so it's gotta be real good to make me spookied. All right, gotta get back in character. I don't know. We just shared our poems, so I don't actually know where we are in this. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Should I read this out loud?
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Bean did too.
Jesus Christ.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Bean liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I meant. You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Bean appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh, how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically... Jesus Christ. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Bean started showing up.
What? What is this game? What is this? What is this? It's like I walk into the door. Whoa. This is so ridiculous. Staying in character.
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Bean?
Dayton, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. All right.
She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing, that simple writing is simply more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. That's the point in making your poems all what's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Bean. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Bean?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Who should I trust? Choose the Sayori option? I want opinions free from bias now. I know a lot of you have played it. Personally, I'm leaning more towards Yuri because that's how I write. But I write similarly to both of them. I write simple things, tutorials, where everything has to be clear-cut and expressive and literal. The Sayori option doesn't seem like a cop-out. Oh, what the hell. Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth, so instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori?
Eh?
Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Bean?
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also... Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that, and Yuri's boobs are the...
It's a gamer moment right here.
And Yuri's boobs are the same size as they always were.
Big and beautiful. Why? Why? Dayton, you might be right. Big and beautiful. Oh, Natsuki didn't like that. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead. Rude! But sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right, well, mostly. Bean, what about you?
Yes, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Bean! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them.
I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Bean, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. That doesn't stop you from having one, you pompous prick. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh boy, another poem. This main guy is... Oof. So far, he's basically game file? Can't check the game file while I'm in the game. Like I show you guys where like all my files are in the directory. Memories. Art. Question. Melody. Sing. Peaceful. Whisper. Sadness. Peace. Forgive. Incapable. Friends. Dark. Spinning. Family. Pain. Melancholy. Headphones. Passion. Smile. What am I supposed to look for in the game files? I don't understand. All right. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Okay, well, I guess just let me know when I need to look at the game files. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Bean.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Hee. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things with you, anyway.
So rude.
Don't worry your little bean head about it. Thank you. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill out onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Oh, she's broke. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Case closed. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Ooh-ah.
I give up.
Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It's just something in my book. Yuri, tell Bean to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Ooh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution? Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Hee.
Christ. This dude has gone full Fletcher. Okay, we got ourselves a shit, what's his name? Damn, I can't remember his name. The actor. Into the sea, I think. Either way. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. Jim Carrey wasn't Fletcher. Now, oh, it's gonna bother me now. Hold on. He's in everything. He's been in a lot of stuff. No, Fletcher from Liar Liar. Oh, I thought you meant Fletcher the movie Fletch. That's my bad. Yeah, Chevy Chase, that's his name. I thought you meant this movie. Where he has all the different personalities. Not, well, personality, like, you know what I mean. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
Pwap?
Kya? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori on the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow!
What was... A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution?
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oomph. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. Hee. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Hee.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Hoo. Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Huh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Where's Monica? Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me. Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Oh, that's true. Excuse me?
This is ridiculous. This is patently ridiculous. Okay, suddenly the door swings open. I actually have to use the bathroom really bad, real fast. I'll be right back, okay? All right, sorry about that, guys. Waddles back. I've got like no room between my desk and the wall behind me. Like, kind of got to shimmy through this whole place. I'm not a small person. I have to shimmy through places. Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances around. Oh my god. I can do this. I can do this. So if you fall, just kind of hit the wall and legs go flying, knocking the table over. It is what it is. Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played piano as well, Monica. I don't really. I just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Bean.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. It's so easy to eat a cookie. Somehow? So judgmental. That's all I'm saying. So judgmental. I can eat a big freaking cookie that fast. Never underestimate my ability to eat. The cookie is a lie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Bean! Bean! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for?
Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff, so I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks.
Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Bean to get supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him.
But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff.
Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Bean?
Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyways? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yup. We're going to do a poetry performance.
A performance? Of what kind?
Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems.
Ah, that sounds kind of dull.
Bean, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem you like. Between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that.
Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Rude.
You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know.
I know, I'm just a fucking asshole. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Because women can't be intellectuals and cute at the same time.
Don't say that, it's embarrassing, but I guess that means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun.
Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again.
Hey, Bean. This classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So, going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons!
Sayori pulls a box full of crayons from the shelf.
Ooh, is it the Crayola 52 with the sharpener in the back?
You were a pretty big deal in elementary school if you had one of those.
They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though.
Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading color names. All right, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find...
Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color.
Fine. And then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
Ah, I dropped one by accident.
Smack. Kya. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into a shelf. She falls to the floor, and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, 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 ow. It reminds me of the Japanese Google Translate thing that you guys made me watch. Zappa, 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 zap. That stuff was funny. You okay?
My forehead.
Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori.
But it hurts.
Just do it for a second. Fatality. Oh boy. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow!
Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice.
Bean?
Where would I even find ice around this time? You're such an inconvenience, I can't even help you. You're so incompetent. For fuck's sake. I guess a cold drink would do.
You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn.
Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Uh-huh. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
That's so ridiculous. I pat Sayori on the shoulder like one would a dog, and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink, but I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She hasn't stood up yet. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box.
At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them.
Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Oh no, that's her saying that.
It's nice and cold.
Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? That's a beverage! You can't drink that! What are you doing? You incompetent woman! I can't believe you do this! You betrayed everything I believed about you! I trusted you! You dirty floor witch! Oh my god. What are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot!
Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Bean, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways, like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did, but sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. Ha ha ha. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble. Oh, it's just, he's just misunderstood. Oh, he's just an asshole, but he's kind at heart. It's almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out, even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know?
Did I really do that? Sensitive? Never.
Yeah, you don't remember?
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you, so in a way it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head.
Bean. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people.
No, he's not! Never in a positive way. Sorry.
Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. I'm such an idiot, don't you see, Bean? You're really a sweetheart even though you've never said one kind thing to me.
Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Bean, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that, so it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment, so she's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I never want to interrupt her when she actually thinks for once.
Fucking asshole. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know?
Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs.
Sayori hops to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Everything you do is wrong, woman. Ooh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back! Good timing. I was just about ready to start with our sharing poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right here. Sayori frantically glances around for herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Aha! Sounds like you ended up doing all the work yourself, Bean. As men often do. Ah, well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go in the opposite order. Hi again, Bean. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm only teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and again, too. It's not like... I'm not like... unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's not like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, all right. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Bomb. What on earth are you guys saying? Okay. Save me, the colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Huh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's called negative space. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. B is for bean. Right. Let's go, Yuri. Her voice is easier to do. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Bean. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. it's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see.
That's certainly an interesting technique.
Or no, that's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry. More and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep writing them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Bean?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Ugh.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh, phew what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win, and I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well I guess you've been friends with her for so long you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary, but think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem here.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid of people find out, that make fun of you, or they'd make fun of you for, or think less of you for. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yes.
She said her poem
was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you, that people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Ooh.
It's not like I would judge her or anything.
Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Bean, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
No way. Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something, but I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
Wah.
Wah. A wiki wild wild west. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. Oh, God. Great guy. Wonderful. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life, but you somehow make everything in your life an adventure? Even the little things.
Like cooking?
Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can feel through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
Rap? You're telling me. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head like a dog? This came with a disclaimer to not. It's got intense, disturbing material. So far, I'm the senpai to this whatever.
I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Bean, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it.
Huh? Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Exclamation points. Sayori, you completely misunderstand. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. Are you sure about that? I'll give it to you when we go home.
Really? I broke my pencil.
Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped, but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine, I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk behind her to support herself, knees shaking. He's got my pencil. What? So this is how this is going. Oh, Slushy, shut up. Anyways. Alright, I'm gonna take another break. Like Slushy said, it's been, be strong boy like you.
Be big, strong internet boy.
Should you build more of the Burj Khalifa right now? I don't see this turning into anything other than this, at least for the foreseeable future, so you go ahead. This is a horror game. It's supposed to be confusing. It's confusing me so far. Anyways, yes, I'm gonna take like a quick 5, use the bathroom again, top off my beverage. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, we got some activity here. Polar, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good to see you, man. So this game feels like a waifu weeaboo pile of trash. So I figured I'd join in, but I don't have like a body pillow with an anime character on it. I do have this Nicolas Cage sequin pillow though. So I'm just gonna hold on to this for a while. All right. Read the chat back? Monster? Emotional support, Nicolas Cage. It's my emotional support, Nicolas Cage. Salt did something wrong. What did you do, Salt? Okay, whatever. All right. I gotta get back into character. This is killing my voice. Okay. Sayori clutches the desk behind her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that, but it's not as good as yours.
Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles! I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. Aw. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. If they come in such a hurry, do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yes, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, well, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Polar, I have no idea.
Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Oh, don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations.
Okay, I can't keep trying to do voices. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you'd heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think that's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't oh shit. Oh well. Can I go back? It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly, say dejectedly like 10 times, glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her reflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica skipped it too fast. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Oh, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ooh-ah! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances around at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called... After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as she's bewildered even by herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ha ha ha. Sorry, I giggled. He. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. That way. I see. Okay then, Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply inside someone than I thought I knew. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. He even Bean liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Humph. Don't make me go before Bean. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Bean lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put any energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Humph. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down and is giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez.
I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Why are you bending over? It makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I think the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. I've been working out really nice. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this all right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yup. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Bean. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. What are you guys saying? Doki Doki speedrun, yep. Just skip everything, I can do that? Auto click? Auto? Hey, Lester, welcome back. You changed your name, 6 chords. Oh, it's slow. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed, but today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I'm like swallowing air. Nicolas Cage, tell me what to do. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Who are we choosing? Who are we choosing, guys? Sayori. Okay, we got 1 for Yuri, 2 for Sayori. Let them talk, Slush. The only things you're supposed to delete. The only thing you're supposed to delete is insensitive comments. Sayori? Okay, that's 3 for Sayori. Ah, screw it. Let's go with Sayori. Nick Cage is your favorite anime? Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I would just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Bean. Love it. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry, besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?
Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing the piano again? Yeah, you must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and not picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. Natsuki's happy with it? It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Calamari. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? What's that supposed to mean? I didn't say it like that. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Not you say my name at all. Also, the jokes make no sense in translation. Meta. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyways? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over her. Hey, Sayori! I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course, why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. But the conversation's already dispersed with everyone back at the usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently since they've been preparing for the festival. They must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Bean, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it. But she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed something about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Bean. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she never really liked this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Bean. Well, me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anyone else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since... I just love it. He's like, that just reminds me of what's-his-face from Undertale. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been. You're so funny, Bean. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyways? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so... Try not to think about it too much for now, okay? All right. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to Sayori has been sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and I sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Sans, that's right. That's right. Okay, everyone, after some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? Hi, Bean. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It will also make me happy to see. Anyways, let's take a look at today's poem, sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Great job, Bean. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's like really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. The one time I like... I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put some effort in. Oh, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes to use simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right? All right. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells the lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking before I can speak. She responds in a hollow voice, I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we... because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, that's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into, but if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yuri! Makarov knows Yuri.
3 hours! We should be wrapping up soon then. Bean, this is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It's probably sounding really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe that. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Yuri smiles sadly. Bean, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just want, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And
And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all bean. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings and all I can do with them is read and write, but it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Bean. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare, and I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others, but that's why every time I talk with you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. This is so crazy. Ooh. He's like, he treats what's her face, like, calls her an idiot, and he's just treating everyone else like normal people. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface under a clear blue sky and expansive bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds and endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line. Tempted by the foamy tendrils, turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore, drift forward, and I return to the earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyways. I see what you were going for, but it's just really not my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm trying at least. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyways? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. You're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here even if I have to put up with you. Gah. Natsuki's elbows connects with her stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand, wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. And if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again.
Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write about something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. I hate sand. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, geez, she better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. You can really see her doing that too, making us write about a simple topic then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyways. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Sayori... It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club. Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Bean. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. All right. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now, if you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second, is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual, that's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sigh, Sayori always helped lighten the mood a little, didn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyways? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's all right. Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you'd pick the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No, first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori, and second, she's kind of been avoiding me all day, so I didn't want to foresee it, or to force it. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. All right, can you still hear me? Who do I like best? Man, I don't know. Ho! That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? No, you're not useless, blah, 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 you're the most talented person in the world. Now Natsuki's pouting too, geez, he never gives Sarah enough credit and shit. That may be the case, but if I can't also be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make some banners and decorations and help set up the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and the focus starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Bean, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? Ooh. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind to help a bit. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like if I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Bean may not like to be around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Bean to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work in baking, isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Bean to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, hasn't he already gotten the chance to spend any time with... He hasn't even gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested in blah, 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 blah. You literally just said that. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just going to say, and geez, and can you settle this? Blah, Bean, you're okay with stuff. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... What? Set up a GoFundMe page? For Natsuki. Why? Save the game and help all of them. Okay. Save. Like that? Okay. I'll help Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could be blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute, you were saying ago that's because... Never mind. Okay, well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course, I'm used to it after all. Blah, blah. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad, so that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes, everything except the performances is going to be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Bean? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it all turns out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Okay. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated. Blah, 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 blah. Guys, is this going somewhere? Ooh, Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look, Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances, so you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Nah, not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I were also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things, but I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to do stuff. Yeah, we're teammates and shit. And we're going to do stuff, barely reading stuff. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica. You're at the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Dick pics. Humph. Natsuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients and stuff. You're coming to my house?
Well, yeah, what's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'll be going to your house, right?
Like, I could give any blah, 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 blah. My dad would kill me. Really, that's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you feel about that? I can't do anything when my dad is home anyways. Just complain for a second. We all have each other's numbers now. That's exactly what I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. All right, fine by me. Yeah, I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much, so you'd better look forward to it. Oh, didn't you say you were just gonna give me the dirty work?
Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone. That's what I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of, just because I gotta keep talking about baking and shit, and we can't just end this fucking scene so we can just get on with the freaking story. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. We could touch hands. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is the chance I have to make something happen between us, or is it too early for that? Only time will tell, but until then I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about it. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous. I wonder if she'll act any different. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We send each other... What? After exchanging always conversations, she's so much a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute languages. It's almost like she's really complaining about things, but no one saw it coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a single thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to the bedroom where I find her. Sayori? Hi, Bean. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. Do you guys have any idea how long a minute actually is? Like a minute of silence? You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I always recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up helping you clean it. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided to, at that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Natsuki then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares at a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Bean. Why can't it just... Oops, shit. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. I think it just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ha 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 ha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Bean. It's a bean trap. A classic bean trap. You're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Bean? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Same. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring into waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her, and you were just calling her an idiot, you dunce? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Of course he'd make it all about him. What a prick. The main character in this is dumb. Because if I knew I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. It's your fault, Sayori. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Bean. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Bean, there's absolutely nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was, but I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand, and now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Bean! Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus, but please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Bean! Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Bean, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything else that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't really understand any of my feelings, Bean. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fun, right? Yeah, how would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah, Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day there, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. What a dick. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I look forward to it. Jones, barbecue and foot massage. I say goodbye to Sayori in Exeter House. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's coming over. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at my house anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door and let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's going to be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I just had to scratch my nose. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yep, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of the house after all? Anyways, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Bean? Beans are not known for their hospitality. Come on, since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Gugh, this is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seemed like I always underestimated you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it, you jerk? Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong. When they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people, but geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know, and just because I don't have like a mature, sexy figure like you're, for the love of Christ. Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too, but also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types just like yours. They're called simps. They're on fucking Twitch and Twitter. Go find them. They're there. I promise, girl. Trust me. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. There. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else?
They're these little soft boys with big eyeballs.
Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when girls call you gross. It's because he's gross. I finally found your weakness, Bean. It's weeaboo trash. That's my weakness. Natsumi smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decided to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, all plastic bags are strewn around every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Bean, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, someone can call their friend. Everyone can still pick their favorite. Fuck. That's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have a little fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. No, baking is about going insane, waiting for the story to do something. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have most of the fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end than just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk in a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah, it just takes a little longer. Geez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it up into her mouth. I reluctantly start to... Jesus, what the fuck did I touch? I reluctantly start to understand the same. Hey, Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Oh, the force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez, you know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Ha 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 ha, stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know, saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off. Oh, what? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Bean, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki reaches over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How can you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them back in the oven now. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these novels that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns, but you could also use it to write stuff on the cake, like happy birthday or whatever. I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing different words on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on the word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. Come on. You can't dress and act like this. This is problematic, my dudes. That's a problematic line of dialogue right there. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There is a lot to do. We shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it without giving me a chance to think about before Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing and then we each get to work. Whew. This is a voice marathon, right? When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Oh, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance again. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki,
what you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted, but aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think if it's possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me intensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Bean, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, no? Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki, standing inches from me. Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori, eh? Ah, hi, Bean. Sayori, just now, we weren't... It's okay, Bean. I just stopped by to say hi. Ah, well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly confused, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here to see it for myself. See what? What are you even talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me feel really happy that you made such great friends. That's all that really matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Bean? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Bean. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being so selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Bean. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Bean, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand into my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. What do I say? What do I say? Beans? I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, and it helped me realize that you were truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy. Bean. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms around me. Oh, it's a white dude with brown hair. Whoa. Bean, is this really okay? Yeah, I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Bean. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this, Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me, but why, even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Bean. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be here every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Oh, okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more just... God. It's really new and scary to me, I understand. Well, we'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Bean. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me, but that's why I wanted to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise.
I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. All right, we're gonna save here. I'll just go ahead and save in a new slot. Tomorrow I will be sad. Well, I'm not gonna play it tomorrow. What do you mean check the files? Okay. Let's check the files. I don't even know where it's saved. Okay, hold on. Okay, where do I go from now? Happy thoughts? Ten more minutes, please. All right. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Bean, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones you prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it, and that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Aha! You should take a little responsibility for her, Bean. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone else yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They really came out nice. You said 10 minutes. God damn it, what do you mean check the game files? Like, do I just sit here and look at them, or do I do something to them? Like, I'm looking right at him. I'm like Patrick and SpongeBob with the treasure map. Just I'm looking right at him. What do I do? Do I click on it or what? You're just telling me to look at the files. I see it. It's right here. I'm going to click on it. The hell is that? Okay. You guys are weird. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I feel a pit in the pit of my stomach. Bean, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written, but more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go to Sayori and blah, 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 blah. Well, all right. Try not to take too long. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. Oh, what was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least with her. The simple gesture of walking her to school really makes me happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always been. That's all she needs. I would have given her... I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori, she's really a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing after this. Blah, 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 blah. It's really important. A boyfriend wouldn't do it in any case. It just feels right outside Sayori's room. I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. It's just kind of a breach of privacy, but she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh. That's sad. An exception has occurred. Line 307, see traceback text for details. Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. This is why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Okay, serious trigger warning for people who weren't sure before, so just be mindful, I guess. I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? Where did I go wrong confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needs at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Yeah, I know, right? Maybe check the files now? I've been checking the files, you jerks! Check the trace back. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. Why was I so selfish? This is all my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her, score, blah, 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 blah. Screw the literature club. Screw, I lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with is gone forever now. Nothing can bring her back. It's almost like being a complete asshole to somebody had a negative effect on their lives. I had only one chance. I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. End. That's fucking wacky. Alright, I'll figure this out next time, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. My voice is hurting right now. So, now game files. You keep saying check the game files. There are like 10 of them. Which one, my dudes? Got game, cache, Python packages, saves, characters. Doesn't look any different to me. Characters, okay. Check character. Oh, she's gone. Interesting. Why does that look exactly like... That's Monica, right? Oh, that's like a mix of all three of them. Weird. There's a hidden message in the traceback. Back to the fucking traceback. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a second, I've already fixed this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Aha, well, here goes nothing. Interesting. So Monica deleted her. Okay. Well, I just deleted her. See what that did. Why not? What do I do now? Do I just load a game? Well, now I'm curious. This is some wacky crap. I deleted you! How are you here? All right, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and save. That's a cute game. That's fun. It takes too freaking long to get started, guys. Like, I'm sorry. That was just, like, my godforsaken voice hurts right now. Ooh. All right, well, we might get back into this next week. Something like that. It all depends. Interesting game. Thanks for the suggestion. I'd never played it before. And it's free, so I mean, hey. All right, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Remember, the build-off starts tomorrow. Okay? We're building the castle. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday night, be sure to submit your entry to the Discord. There's a link in the description of this video, and there will be tomorrow as well during the Minecraft stream that you can follow to go to the Discord and figure everything out there. I don't own Half-Life. And you can figure out everything else that you need to as well. Please please feel free to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I got links for those down below. And help Rap and I out and go to the subreddit and help us with that as well. It's a lot of fun. Is there anything else I need to talk to you guys about? No, I have a surprise in the works that you guys might be excited for. It's a little something different that I haven't tried in a long time, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm in the middle of working on it right now. I'm excited to show you guys, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, and thank you all again so much for getting the Burj Khalifa tutorial to like 1,500 views in like 4 days. That's insanity. It's the fastest performing video I've ever released. I really do appreciate you guys for that. I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, we got Minecraft. We are continuing our build on the Shanghai stream. I'll probably start that around 3 o'clock Eastern time, just like I did today. Either way, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time.